Welcome in, Leos, to your December monthly tarot reading. We have Jupiter here providing some good luck energy for you all for the month of December. And we're going to tap into the last month of 2024. I'm just going to move this over for Jupiter. How's everyone been doing? We've had a lot going on. We had Pluto finally move into, I'm going to kind of adjust the lighting too here for a second. We had Pluto finally move into Aquarius on November 19th. So this is the first full month in that kind of new Aquarian energy, or as you've probably heard the saying, the age of Aquarius. And as I'm making this video, it's actually the day Mercury goes retrograde. So we're going to see how that impacts you, Leos. And being a fire sign, Mercury is in retrograde in Sagittarius, which Mercury's in detriment in Sagittarius. They just kind of don't, it just doesn't bode well in that sort of, Mercury is a completely different energy. They just don't they're not on the same page. So it's going to definitely create a more intense kind of impact from the Mercury retrograde. So I've definitely seen that today already. It was a really, to be honest, it was a very difficult day. So, again, hope you all are working through that. You know, some advice I heard about this particular retrograde, I was listening to an astrologer and he said, hey, if you get in a situation where there's, if you have a choice to fight or walk away, he's like, he would usually advise to fight, but with the alignments right now and the energies, he actually was like, I wouldn't advise anyone to fight right now, because it's no matter how much you fight, it's not going to go your way right now, just because it's just, this retrograde is a big one. So, and it's funny, I didn't hear that advice until after I was in a situation that got a little heated, and I kind of didn't approach it in that way. I definitely continued to fight, which probably was not good. So some of you probably need to hear that, since Mercury is going to be retrograde for a few weeks here in December. So, all right. So we're going to pull some base foundational energies for the month to see kind of what this wrapping up of the year looks like for you. If you are interested in an individual reading, I am still doing those. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do those, but you can go to my website, which is linked below, and schedule there. And also wanted to make sure, or just put out there that check out my Etsy shop too. I do have handmade gemstone jewelry that I do. And those always make great personalized gifts, because you can kind of choose the metaphysical properties that whoever you're gifting for may need at this time. So let's get started here. Let's see what's going on, Leos. Again, this is, if you're new to the channel, welcome in. Just so you know, this applies to any sun, moon, rising, or Venus, Leo. All right, so we have the woman holding a heart, the angel of strength, and indecision. So you're definitely at a crossroads coming up here in December. And as you can see in the card, she's at a crossroads. There's like two choices to make, and I feel like maybe you've already been sitting at this crossroads for a while, like you're facing that in your life, and you've just kind of been in this indecision place about which direction is for my best and highest good. There could also be other factors at play that are kind of where you're kind of sitting on the fence, right? You're kind of just sitting there looking and assessing more internally your options, but you haven't really taken any action on moving down a path. So I do feel like this could be in regards to matters of the heart. So it could be relationship related with the woman holding a heart. But in the middle here, we have this angel of strength. So I do feel like you have a lot of support, protection, and you will find the strength and courage. Like, I feel like the higher energies are providing you strength and energy to get through this and to help you kind of eventually get on the path that you're meant to be on. Because definitely the path that you've been on is kind of like a dead end. And I think you're realizing that now, that you're kind of hitting that dead end and realizing like there's really no more growth. And if it's a relationship, right, you could realize like you put in a lot of time and effort to try and make it work or just see where it goes. And you're kind of like, okay, this isn't going where I want to be going. So I think you know where you ideally want to go. You just don't know how you're going to get there. So let's pull some of my Christmas winter cards. I'm using these for all the zodiac readings this month. They are, can't remember the exact name of the deck, but I did get them on Etsy. They're from the Etsy shop Sirius Tarot Co. Sirius as in Sirius. So in case you really love these, because they are I've never seen cards like that, and I just think they're beautiful. So call out to Sirius Tarot Co. for making beautiful tarot cards. All right. Oops, got a blank card there. So we have King of Cups underneath. There's your Crossroads. This is like same, even though it's indecision. The aspect of Judgment, really, one of its main interpretations is kind of at a crossroads. Like the universe is finally coming in like, okay, it's time to make a decision, which you've been in this indecision place. I do feel like in December you're kind of still there, but this is kind of what's unfolding, what with the cards underneath. And I do feel like the universe finally kind of like, okay, no more sitting on the fence anymore. Like it's time to go down a path. And there's the Eight of Cups. So that's the Five of Cups. The Hermit, Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Look at that. So we have the King and Queen of Cups. We do have a decision being made with the Two of Wands. So I do feel like what's unfolding is, I do feel like by the end of December, you do have kind of a clear idea of what decision you're going to make about something. This is really you might really be internalizing this right now. You might not be like talking about this or like actively communicating with someone about, if this is a relationship, this would tell me that with the Hermit, like, again, you know in your intuition, this is like a dead-end relationship, or there's no really way to grow, or this person isn't going to grow anymore with you. And maybe you've been keeping it quiet. Like maybe they do know in a sense, but I think they don't know that you're still really kind of assessing and undecided about what direction you're going. That could be maybe deciding right if you stay or if you leave the relationship. I do feel like with the Five of Cups, it is a difficult decision for you. I do feel like it comes, part of maybe what the indecision is it's going to be grief. It's going to be a loss. Like, you know, you could really love someone still. So there's still that level of like, it's going to be hard to walk away from something when you still love someone. So there is kind of you preparing to potentially go through that heartache of you know, leaving this relationship or how that breakup goes. Or even, again, this could be around like grieving or being kind of the a pending kind of potential of being alone or being single again. Like the hermit, right? It feels there's that loneliness potentially to that of going down the new path alone. And that could also be kind of why you're sitting on the fence right now. But I do feel like there's something here about there is this connection here. It is bringing up this King and Queen of Cups is like the perfect match in the deck, in the tarot. Like this is like divine counterparts, or like your ideal soulmate here. So I do feel like there's someone, it is referencing somebody and you, Leo. So there's a lot of emotion here. There's a lot of love. So for some of you, this could just be speaking to why it's so hard, is there's a lot of love here, but there is something that you guys just can't seem to work out or get through, or like that could be just a real big, something missing that you can't just accept. For some of you, this is talking about future. This is like a relationship that's really meant to come in. So it's like you needing to follow. It's like your higher self and guides are guiding you down a certain path. And I feel like right now you're confused because your intuition is speaking to you, but I just feel like you're not. Maybe you do know again, you just aren't ready to make that decision. So let's keep going. We have the Two of Pentacles. There's that uncertainty, right? Like, what do I do? A lot of indecision here, uncertainty, back and forth energy. The High Priestess, there's the intuition. So you definitely know. I mean, you know the answer. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that right now because, again, there's this sense of the heartache and grief of finally going down the path of, obviously, the Hermit, of leaving behind somebody, moving down a path where you don't know what's down that path, right? There's this unknown. And is that path worse than where you're sitting right now? And ultimately, like, there is going to be a period of transition. And yes, there's going to be a lot of deep feelings. And I think there's that leaning into that discomfort, leaning into that fear, and just allowing yourself. And I think there's fear of it really overtaking you. But I think as long as you lean into it and kind of nurture and love all those deep, you know, what we would consider negative feelings, it is scary, and it is painful, but I do feel like there's something really amazing. Look at that, the world. So in this reading, I almost see the world here as like the universe wants to offer you the world. There does have to be an ending and new beginning for you to have that. And that's that unknown path, right? Of like, am I going to get something better? What's that look like? How long is that going to take? A lot of people want to know that, right? Like, well, how long do I have to go before I get something better? 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like being single, right? The 9 of Pentacles can be about single life and like, am I ready for this? I don't want to be single again. So I definitely feel like this is around a relationship and love. So there's definitely this uncertainty. It is really showing love. I do feel like for some of you, though, it is about a big decision you have to make that is difficult. So it could be a lot of different things. 8 of Swords. Yeah, feeling really stuck. This could be that you're more stuck in your head about it than you are really tapping into your intuition and the higher wisdom here. There could be a block in regards to this information coming in, but I definitely feel like the universe is talking to you. Then we have the Knight of Wands. I'm almost getting, there's some patterns here with the Knight of Wands. there's some patterns that are almost something you haven't fully integrated. There's something about, because the Knight of Wands can be about like immaturity, irresponsibility, or just someone who, you know, is reactive. They're really stuck in, that's like a trauma base. And again, there's these patterns that they just continuously loop in that really creates, it's more ego based. So that could be what type of relationships you're in. But there's something about still not seeing this pattern, or there's still a stuck pattern that you're trying to, there's like an ending and new beginning as well to this. So I almost feel like once you kind of move on from this or make a decision and actually go down the path of going into the unknown, I feel like what that path really means is a closing of a cycle for you, which is going to be really good. We have the Seven of Wands. So there is resistance to this decision, right? There could be resistance to being single again, resistance to doing what's right for you. There's definitely something in blocking you from making some decision. And I definitely feel it's really in your head and having to do with some fear. Because the Nine of Wands, it's been, yeah, this has been a whatever the situation, it's definitely been difficult and challenging. And you're kind of ready for this period to be over. And again, it's kind of referencing with the Two of Cups, like, you know, it really is about love. The Two of Cups, about wanting love, or wanting a balanced kind of equal connection here. One that's not as challenging and something that's more fulfilling for you. I just want to get one for the Knight of Wands. Five of Swords. Yeah, I don't like that combo. So, yeah, these are, I mean, this is almost like narcissistic behavior here, and I hate calling that out because I do feel like the term, and just everyone's talking about narcissists and like everyone's a narcissist, but in reality, like these two cards together, like this is referring to someone who is very narcissistic. There's definitely manipulation here, and this person definitely is not going to learn the lesson. So I definitely feel like you're going to be stuck in this loop with this person if you kind of keep sitting on the fence with them in this relationship. There's also a lot of impulsivity with this, with the Knight of Wands. Like someone's very impulsive. They really just, everything they do is motivated by the ego. But ultimately that ego, when you really dig down to the root, is based on trauma. It's based on, really, they're stuck in like they're very stuck in like, they could be like a, you know, whatever, like a 35-year-old man, but they're really inside or just stuck at this 10-year-old child. And that's, again, due to a lot of trauma. This could be people that are very avoidant, and just, again, there's just a lot of manipulation. I don't like the energy here with that. I feel like down here with this King of Cups, there's someone that's really more truly authentic and really has the capability to love, and really is wise emotionally, has emotional intelligence as well. Like this person does not have any emotional intelligence. I mean, they're really stuck in, they just find coping strategies to deal with life. And a lot of it is like to control, because they feel like people are always, no matter how you show up to this person, they're not able to fully receive your love or give love, because they almost see like love and like you having emotional intelligence and talking about your emotions and also like displaying your needs and desires. Like they always take that stuff as like someone trying to control them, which again, it's kind of like a mind games. And they're just there's just a very distorted energy here. So let's see, Two of Cups. Yeah, Eight of Wands, I like that. So it's almost like once you make a decision, things are going to move fast. Like when you finally start to take action on getting out of this situation, or again, just making a decision on what you're going to do, this is going to move fast. And you may have some sort of connection that comes in where there's some deep communication here. This can also be about Cupid's arrows coming in the Eight of Wands. So let's talk to this King of Cups quick before we go. King of Cups, what say you? Three of Swords, Temperance, Queen of Swords. So this could be someone coming in who had, it's almost like you guys went through the same thing in your past. Like you've gone through a lot of difficult, challenging relationships. You've been hurt. So it's almost like you understand each other and you know what it feels like to be betrayed and hurt in relationships. So it's almost like there's that, emotional connection here. It's like you guys both are coming together with emotional intelligence and know what it feels like to get hurt. So you're ready to give and to receive something that's actually healthy. I do feel like the universe is bringing you guys together. The Temperance is really working on like setting things, all the synchronicities up and everything to bring this together. So either like this Queen of Swords is like their ex or something that was really cold and calculating and was very unemotional, or this could be referencing like you, or really like having that clarity. It's almost like when you see each other, you just know, right? You know that this is your person. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of clarity for you as well. Like, it's not going to be confusing. It's not going to be like, oh, it shows up and it looks all amazing and shiny and, oh, this could be it. And then it ends up blowing up in your face like weren't who they really said they were, which is this person over here. I feel like there's clarity, there's integrity. They communicate, they're authentic, they speak their truth. There's no bullshitting here with this person. So they are going to show up exactly how they really are, and that's going to be really refreshing for both of you because I feel like you both are like that. So this is amazing, Leos. So really this has turned into like a love reading. You just never know with readings, but I do really feel this is more about love. But so this is going to kind of unfold in December. I do feel like things are going to hit ahead where by the end of December, you're going to finally kind of make a decision here. The Eight of Swords refers to, I'm just thinking of timing here. So this is like 8 days to 8 weeks with the swords. Since swords and wands are like the fastest energy. So usually like wands and swords, I say like they're either days or weeks. So I think within the next 8 weeks moving forward, so that would take us, basically to the end of January. But I do feel like you're kind of going to be out of the dead end and kind of moving down a new path towards, this coming together. So I don't know if this is going to come together within the 8 weeks, but let's just see. Any timing around this King and Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups, Eight of Wands. Look at that. The Chariot. Well, whenever it happens, whenever you come across this person, it's going to go fast. It's going to happen really fast. The Chariot is also like Cancer. So it could be that by Cancer season, which would be the end of June, that you're kind of with this new person and you're kind of have this, you're already in it by then. So I do feel like it's just kind of saying things are going to move really fast. And that's kind of a theme right now, because a lot of people are in these like almost like a transitional period in regards to, again, this new age of Aquarius. Like a lot of things are wrapping up. There's a lot of new opportunities happening, a lot of change that's being called upon. And it's not just in relationships, it's really in a lot of, it's just kind of like a full transformation internally and externally. So, but as soon as like you make a clear decision about the changes and where you're headed, it's like things are going to really go fast. All right, Leos, I like this. I like this for you guys. So good things coming ahead, starting a fresh new year, and big changes. So I will leave you with that. As usual, if you like the reading, hit that like button and subscribe. But I'll see you guys in the next reading. I'll see you guys in the new year for the January reading. So see y'all.